Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Hub back into the video today, and today the Houston Texans have signed Dare Ogunbowale, or re-signed Dare Ogunbowale, and this was a move that was made Monday morning. Texans bringing back Dare Ogunbowale. This is a move that was made right before the Texans uniform changes. I really love this addition. Dare Ogunbowale, most famous for when Kaimi Fairbairn got hurt. I believe that was week 7 or week 8 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it was a really tough position because it was a high-scoring game where there was a lot of offense. C.J. Stroud was doing really good, and the offense was looking really good. Tank Dell and Noah Brown were looking really good. Problem was you didn't have a kicker, and if potentially you put yourself in the situation where you got on a 4th down, and in field goal territory, who was going to go out there and kick the football for you? And the Texans, before Justin Reid left to go to the Kansas City Chiefs, he was the guy that potentially the Texans would give a chance to. Preseason games, the Texans did give Justin Reid a couple games as a kicker, doing kickoffs and taking extra points. I think he got to kick a field goal or two. And I know the Kansas City Chiefs did the same thing for Justin Reid last preseason. So that was their emergency kicker before, Justin Reid. But since Justin Reid was gone and he left for the Kansas City Chiefs, won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs last year, Dare Ogunbowale was the guy that would be your guy, your emergency kicker. So Dare Ogunbowale started doing kickoffs, and my thoughts already was when Dare Ogunbowale was doing the kickoffs, I'm like, hey, for a running back, he has a strong leg, and he had, I can't remember exactly, but I think I remember them saying that he had played soccer in the past, and that's why he had a strong leg, and I believe that was one of the reasons why he was the emergency kicker, is because he played soccer in the past. And so he started off with him doing kickoffs, and I think it was a 33-yarder, and the game was tied. It was 30-30, and Dare Ogunbowale, the Texans, instead of going for it on 4th down, they make their risky move, bring out their third string running back, because you got Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary. So it's your third string running back to kick a 33-yard field goal, and it goes in. The Texans take the lead 33-30. We all know what happens after that. The Texans give up a touchdown. Baker Mayfield throws a touchdown pass, and then all of a sudden, with 19 seconds left, it's 37-33. There is not much hope for the Houston Texans and potentially grabbing a win until C.J. Stroud and Tank Dell pull off that miracle drive to help the Texans win. Without Dare Ogunbowale, they do not win that game. They won 39-37. His field goal kick went in. Without him, 36-37, the Texans probably would have lost that game. Or I think the game would have went to overtime, because if you think about it, the Texans decided not to go for the extra point when they scored that game-winning touchdown. Tank Dell scored that touchdown, and but honestly, they would have kicked the extra point if it was 30-37 at that time. But there's no guarantee an extra point goes in with a running back kicking it. But I want to get. I've talked about Dare Ogunbowale as an emergency kicker. I want to get to him as a running back, because I really love the idea of bringing him back to be a running back. Right now, if you look at the running back room, he's going to be 3rd on the list. You got Joe Mixon, you got Dameon Pierce, you got Dare Ogunbowale. So he's going to be, unless the Texans draft a running back this year, which I think is very possible. I'd love to see them pick up the Tennessee running back, who I really like. His name is. I think it's Jalen Mitchell. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know his first name is Jalen, though. I really like Dare Ogunbowale as a 3rd down running back if you're going to pass the ball to him. In those situations where it's a long 3rd down, 3rd and 4, in the area 3rd to 13 to 3rd and 20, and you just want to get better field position to punt the football, Dare Ogunbowale is great for that. The Texans use him a couple times doing that. He's a really nice receiving back. Now the Texans, they used him a little bit in those situations, but not as much as I think they should have. 2 receptions for 18 receiving yards and 7 targets. He had 8 rushing attempts and 35 rushing yards on the season with 12 games. I believe, to wrap up my thoughts on the signing, I believe with what he showed for the Texans as an emergency kicker is a very good, helps him get a very, very good chance to make this Texans 53-man roster next year. The Texans, knowing he's a good running back, he's a solid running back, and he's also a decent third down running back when trying to make better punt position. But also, he is your emergency kicker if Kaimi Fairbairn ever goes down in game. So I think he's most likely going to be on the roster next season. But I like Dare Ogunbowale, and I think this was a no-brainer re-signing for the Houston Texans. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Texans.